Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay from Investonomics. If you watched our recent video about how to get a perfect credit score, we're going to look at today which cards you need to take that to the next level.
Hey, do you mind paying for this? I don't have any cash.
Sure, I'll just put it on my credit card. I'm never gonna pay it back anyway. 'Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt.
And today specifically, we're looking in terms of travel. What cards do you need to get the best bang for your buck? And the mission for today is to see which ones you can use to ultimately get the best value for all of your points. We're gonna cover 3 amazing cards aimed at travel rewards and perks. And I've chosen 2 American cards and 1 Canadian card, and we'll even have a little bonus at the end for all of you people that don't want to pay an annual fee. If you want a full list for 3 for each country, let me know down in the comments below, as well as any other suggestions that you guys have for videos in the future. For each card that we're going to cover today, I'll discuss the annual fee that's associated with the card, the requirements you need to apply, including what your credit should look like and income requirements, the rewards you'll earn and whether it's worth the annual fee you're paying, which airlines and programs the points can be used for and transferred to, and finally some additional perks and benefits that come along with the card, introductory offers that give you some points right off the bat. Alright, so let's get started and dive into our first card, or my American friends down south. This is one of the most popular credit cards out there in America, and it's called the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. This card has a fee of $95 per year, which sounds steep right up front, but wait until you hear about some of the perks that this card offers. The card itself requires a credit score of between 670 to 850, which is on the higher side, but does offer a broader range of credit scores, so it is still possible for a lot of people to apply and get this card. Chase is known most popularly for their transfer options to different frequent flyer programs and different programs in general that have plenty of loyalty options. And currently there are 14 different airlines and loyalty programs you can transfer your Chase points to. So this is probably one of the most valuable parts of the Chase points reward system. Each year, if you book any kind of travel through the Chase Rewards portal, there will be $50 automatically credited to your account on your statement. And this is every single year, this is repeated. So you get that $50 credit right up front. So right away, your annual fee is reduced to just $45 if you account for this. And speaking of things you get every year on the anniversary of the card, so you get that $50 credit, but you also get a 10% points back every single year you're with that card. So say if you spent $10,000, they'll give you 1 point per dollar spent, and so they'll give you 1,000 points. So they value it at 1 point per $1 spend. So at the end of each year, you'll receive 10,000 points if you spend $10,000 on that card. So what's unique about this is if you book travel of any kind, including hotels, different airlines that you book with, or rental cars, you get 5 times the points if you book through the Chase portal, and you get 2 times the points if you book travel outside the portal, 3 times the points if you do it on any other purchases such as dining, online streaming, and online grocery shopping, and then for everything else, it is 1 times the rewards points. So Chase says that their points are typically valued at 1 penny per point. But this is pretty cool because if you actually book through the Chase Rewards portal, your points go 25% further. So say if you booked a flight for $1,000 to Denmark and you wanted that $1,000 to earn points, again, you'll earn that 5 times the points because you booked through the Chase Rewards portal, and that will give you 5,000 points right off the bat. But then if you use those points to book travel through the Chase Rewards portal again, you're going to get 25% more, which is 7,500 points, which is valued at $75. So essentially you're getting 7.5% if you're booking through the portal and redeeming through the portal. So essentially you can look at it like this. If you spend $1,300 on travel through the portal per year, this equals to about $95 in that free travel that you're getting back in points. And so that alone covers the annual fee and makes it worth it. And of course, there are all the other benefits as well, which add on top of this value. So when it comes down to, is this worth the annual fee? The answer is absolutely yes. But if you don't do a lot of traveling, I don't know why you'd be looking at travel cards anyways, but then it might not be worth it for you based on how much you're booking. So if it's under that $1,300, you should look into other cards or maybe a $0 annual fee card. Now, in terms of other perks and benefits that come with this card, the list is quite endless. The first and foremost, kind of the most simple benefits is that you get access to things like Dash Pass and Instacart. You get very good deals, so you get about a year free for each one. There's also a 1-to-1 points transfer to all 14 partners, as we've mentioned before, which includes frequent flyer programs and different points programs as well. And we'll have a link down in the description below with just showing all these different transfer programs that you can transfer your points to. There's also $0 foreign transaction fees, which is a very popular thing in the United States and not so popular in Canada just yet. There's also baggage delay insurance, which means if your baggage is delayed or you lose your baggage, that's fully insured if you book through your credit card. There's also trip cancellation and disruption insurance or compensation. So if your trip is delayed by more than 4 hours, you can get up to $500 for accommodations or expenses that are related to that delay. And there's even collision damage and insurance for rental cars if you use the card to book it. So finally, now what the real showstopper is the current promotion going on. So if you sign up and spend over $4,000 in the first 3 months, and again, you might be able to buy gift cards depending on if the card allows this, you can spend that $4,000 and get 60,000 bonus points after those 3 months. So this means that this is a value of about $600. And again, if you spend that in the Chase Reward portal, you're going to get 25% more. So $750 towards travel in the Chase Rewards portal, which alone takes care of 8 years of annual fees. Okay, so now let's pivot to the second card, and this will be for my Canadian friends here in Canada. This is the American Express Cobalt card. And although you guys have it in the United States, down there it isn't one of the best cards to use. But in Canada, the American Express Cobalt is probably the best bang for your buck. It packs a lot of value, and the annual fee is a little bit steeper, but I'll break it down and show you why it is worth it in the end. It's currently at $156 per year, but you can also pay this monthly at $12.99. It's really up to you. You do need a bit of a higher credit score. Again, it's between 660 and 770 plus. If you want to apply for this card. Again, you do have a bit of room on the lower end of the spectrum if your credit isn't perfect, but you can apply if you have a 660 or above. There's also no minimum income requirement, which a lot of these companies do require. Now for the best part. This one gives you 5 points per dollar spent on restaurant and dining, which includes takeout. You get 3 points per dollar spent on streaming services, and 2 points per $1 on gas, travel, and different kinds of accommodations. 1 point per $1 for all other purchases. So now, like the Chase Rewards portal, the American Express Rewards portal is also very versatile, and there's a lot of transfer partners and loyalty programs you can transfer your points to. And American Express values each point at 2 cents per point if you transfer it to partners like Aeroplan or different airlines, and this is the highest value you can get with this card. So since you're earning 5 times the points on groceries and dining, if you spend $100 on groceries, you're going to get 5 times the points. And so because you're getting that 500 points from that grocery haul, and you're getting 2 cents per point, this ends up being $10 that you're getting towards travel if you spend $100. So this is like the highest amount of utilization that you're getting for any card, even in the United States, at 10% if you spend it on groceries and restaurants. So now let's talk about what makes it worth it in terms of the annual fee. So given that there's a $156 annual fee, if you just look at groceries and dining out, if you spend more than $130 per month on groceries and eating out combined, which ends up being $1,560 a year, and of course 10% of that is going to be $156, then it's worth it for you to get this card, and that's aside from all the bonuses and all the other perks it has. So pretty much a no-brainer. I think everybody spends more than $130 per month on groceries and dining, so this is a great option for most people. Let's talk about some of the perks. When you book 2 or more nights with your credit card at participating hotels, you get $100 credit to use at different amenities such as spas, and you can use this during your stay. So you get that as a perk right away. The card also includes accidental theft and damage insurance if you buy a new cell phone or any kind of mobile device on the card for up to 2 years. So if you accidentally damage it or break it, it's fully replaceable. They'll remove it from your bill. They also have out-of-country medical insurance for travel for up to 14 days. A $500 accommodation credit if your flight is delayed or canceled. and lost or stolen baggage insurance for up to $500 per baggage. So a lot of these are geared towards travel, and that's awesome if you're looking for a travel credit card. So there's two more things I want to note here, and that the first is the bonus when you sign up. So if you spend $500 or more per month on the card for the first year, you're going to get 30,000 bonus points, which equals a value of about $600, which largely offsets the fee, of course. And then you also have the ability to refer friends to the program, which gives you 5,000 points per friend, which is about $100 worth. And if you do this multiple times, that's also allowed up to 15 friends per year or 75,000 points. So plenty of options to make a ton of money using this card, and that annual fee is pretty much obsolete at this point. Let's take a look at our last card that we're going to look at today, and that is the Capital One Venture X card. And again, it's for our American friends down south. It's definitely a more hefty fee, and it is kind of more of that premium feeling credit cards and for travel. And it gives the American Express Platinum card a run for their money, and that's at $395 per year instead of the $695 of the American Express Platinum. It does rival the more expensive card since it has those more premium features, but it also offers different kinds of lounge access and authorized user access as well, which we'll touch on in a minute. And the Points Guy does do a really good review of this. Again, I'll leave that down in the description below for you to check out if you want a full review of this card and are interested in it. And similar to the Chase Preferred card, it does cut the fee to just $95 since it offers a $300 annual credit towards travel that's booked right through the Capital One rewards portal. Instead of points with this card, what you earn is miles. So you get 10 miles per $1 spent on hotels and car rentals through the Capital One portal. You get 5 miles per $1 for flights booked through the portal, and 2 miles per every dollar spent on all other purchases. And like the Chase portal and American Express, the Capital One portal also has an extensive list of transfer options and frequent flyer programs that you can transfer to, and currently stands at around 19. So you have a lot of different options on where to transfer your miles. If you choose to book through the Capital One portal, it'll give you a value of your miles of 1 cent per mile. And if you choose to book it anywhere else or get cash back, which I don't recommend, is 0.5 cents per mile. So again, that cuts that rewards right in half, so try not to do that if you don't have to. Okay, so on top of that $300 annual credit towards travel that's really going towards paying down your annual fee, you also get on every anniversary 10,000 additional miles just for being a client with them, which is worth $100, and that alone covers the annual fee. There's also world-class features that we see with American Express Platinum cards, but again, this one is a little bit cheaper than that one, and you have world-class lounge access to premium lounges all over the world, up to 1,900 different lounges. And you can do this not just for yourself, but up to 4 authorized users on your card, which don't cost anything extra, and you can bring up to 2 guests with you on your own card. There's also cell phone protection insurance, which again covers and replaces your phone if you bought it with the card up to 2 years. You have trip delay reimbursement, much like the other cards, at $500, $100 annual statement credit if you apply for global entry or for Nexus, rental car insurance, purchase protection, and extended warranty on any products you buy, just to name a few. And I've read a couple reviews, and it says this one guy lost his jacket, his Montclair jacket in Iceland, and it was a $2,000 jacket. He lost it, it was misplaced and taken by somebody else, and they fully took the amount right off his credit card, and he went and bought a new one. Okay, what's the sign-up bonus like? So with this one, again, you get 75,000 bonus miles if you spend $4,000 on your credit card in the first 3 months, which is worth about $750. But the Points Guy has done a valuation given the transfer options and the other programs you can use with this, and it values it at around $1,388 for this bonus. So a huge value right up front if you stick with the card for a little while. Venture X card from Capital One is a great luxury credit card for a not so luxurious annual fee, and you can definitely make this back if you're a big traveler and you spend a lot on travel. Now finally, as a little bonus, we're just going to add in a $0 annual fee card here because not everyone wants to pay for an annual fee and are not sure they're going to get their value worth.
It's free real estate.
So what I recommend for those people is the Capital One Venture One card. Like I mentioned, it's a $0 annual fee card. It does require an excellent credit score with no missed or late payments in the last little while, and you have to have held a credit card for 3 or more years with a limit of over $5,000. So these are the only requirements. Again, no income requirement for this one, and you don't pay an annual fee. So really good option. Of course, because it is a $0 annual fee card, you only make 1.25 miles per $1 earned, regardless of what you purchase, and 5 miles per dollar on hotels and rental cars that you book through, again, that Capital One portal. But like its big brother card, it also has a lot of the same perks, however, such as no foreign transaction fees, rental car damage insurance, extended warranty on purchases, travel accident insurance, the ability to transfer miles to all partners, and so many more options. And again, remember, this is free. And of course, if you do spend more on travel, the $395 Capital One Venture X card is going to give you a better run for your money. And even with this one, there is a sign-up bonus as well. So if you spend $500 in the first 3 months of having the card, you'll get 20,000 miles. And this is a value of $100 if you use those 20,000 miles. And based on the Points Guy's valuation, this is about $185 on a free card. And again, it's worth mentioning that if you do spend a significant amount on travel, you should definitely look at some of the other cards. This is just throwing a bonus at you with a $0 annual fee card to get everyone started with a travel credit card. So hopefully this helps you make your decision on which travel card you can use best, which one you can utilize based on where you live and what you're looking for from a travel credit card. And let me know what your results are down below and which cards you use.